He announced he would be stepping down from coaching the Spurs. He will transition to being the team president full-time. So assistant Mitch Johnson will be hired as the team's next head coach, just in general with the coaching situation. And then, Wemby and just everything kind of going on with the Spurs. Mase, what do you think is their future?
I think I definitely, if this is somebody that Popovich has picked, then I'll respect it because he's definitely a basketball brilliant mind. When we talk about some of the greatest to ever do it, Popovich is right up there. I don't think there's anybody I could really put above Popovich when it comes to coaching, X and O's, out of bounds plays, just everything we're talking about, and getting his team prepared to play, knowing what it takes to have them ready when the time comes. Even the stellar performance that he gave against a stacked Miami Heat team, Popovich is one of the greatest to ever do it. He has some great talent there, but anybody that he select, I'll go with it. He's like Mike Tomlin, better than Mike Tomlin to us when it comes to basketball. Like, you just trust whatever he says because he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, basketball coach, as far as coaching is concerned, you got Pat Riley, you got Phil Jackson, and to me, higher than both of them is Greg Popovich.
Yeah.
He's going to be head of basketball operations, they said, president of the Spurs, so I like that for him. I'm going to be honest with you, it made me sad when I seen him at the press conference, man. It takes time, especially his age, to come back from a stroke, but, he looked a little off balance a little bit. He didn't talk a lot. And that shit made me real sad, man. Because I'm like, the Spurs are my team, for those who don't know. Made me sad. I hope, but more than anything, we know his coaching accolades are top notch. I just want him to get better and get healthy and not necessarily rush back to do the job. But I know when you've been doing it as long as he has, it's hard to just sit home and say, relax. Whether you're 72 or 27, if this is what you've been doing majority of your life, it's really hard. I think he was going to retire a couple years ago, actually, until they got Wemby. When they got Wemby, he said, okay, I'll stick around a little longer so I can nurture him, so to speak, teaching the ropes, et cetera, et cetera. And we seen a friendlier Greg Popovich coaching Wemby than we did see with Tony Parker or Manu Ginobili or Tim Duncan. And I like the new personality, man. I just really want him to get better and take on the president job at the Spurs and kick ass doing that as well.
I definitely agree. And since, the news has kind of been announced, there's actually been that picture of you and Popovich that kind of circulated around.
I ran down on Pop one day. Right. I was actually in Manhattan and I was at a light and Greg Popovich was crossing the street just randomly. I'm like, is that fucking Greg Popovich? And niggas like, that's Greg Popovich. I was in a light. I jumped out the car and told my man, get in the driver's seat. I come around the block, I ran down on Greg Popovich. I'm like, yo, I know you don't know me. I need a picture. Spurs is my team. I know you see everybody and they tell you that, but I ain't capping, my nigga. I need a picture. He was mad cool, gave me the flick and all that. We talked for a couple minutes. So.
That's fire. And you're actually a Spurs fan. You wasn't just like, oh, I'm a Spurs. You're like, nah.
I don't switch up. You see murder team to team every night. I'll sit there and tell you the Lakers was his team last year. Now we back with Golden State. The skies are looking blue and orange when the Knicks win.
I'm finna get my Knicks hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Knicks hat. I'm a Spurs fan. But made me become a Spurs fan, to be totally honest with you, is like I was like in between teams. I'm like, I don't want to just ride Chicago, pause, everybody's doing that, the Lakers. So shout out to my man Rod Strickland, and he didn't stay there that long, but when Rod Strickland went to the Spurs, I was like, I'm gonna stick with the Spurs because we got a nigga from New York that's actually nice. Went to DePaul, New York basketball legend. I'm like, I'm a Rod Strickland fan, so that made me become a Spurs fan. This is before Tim Duncan. I think Sean Elliott was there, Lloyd Daniels.
Yeah, that's when I was a Spurs fan.
It's like, well, that's all the time that we have. Not playing.
Yeah, when he said Sean Elliott, that was back around the time I was a Spurs fan, when they had Steve Kerr,
Why'd you leave?
Things happened. Titletown got on the move.
Titletown wasn't even there. Titletown actually came after that, to be honest with you. Was your fan when niggas started winning the titles?
Who?
The Spurs. Because the team you talking about, they wasn't title town back then. They didn't
When
win
they
the
had
title.
David Robinson, that's when that was my team.
You just had Sean Elliott.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
with
it was 1 year, and then after that, he left out.
I know.
But what about after that? They won 4 titles without David Robinson.
That's when they were my team. What are you saying?
I'm just
He's acting like your question is good. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, he said when Sean Elliott was there, Dave Robinson, they won 1 title. It was 4 titles after they left. So I'm trying to figure out if that was
Tony Parker and all of them. Yeah, that was my team. A little bit before that, but you know.
Nah, his title style started when the Knicks won in '73. That's when. Then let's not forget, he was the real Lakers fan. Yeah.
Lakers is where Title Town start for me. That's the origin of Title Town.
What about Boston?
Showtime. Huh?
What about Boston?
I ain't really like Boston. That's probably the only team I never really liked. My stepdad used to force me to watch Boston. That's why I have that's why I got a problem. Nah, I got a problem with Boston. You know
Why?
I just hated watching them because I had to watch them.
No, I get what you're saying, but Mase was claiming Boston was his team title, and I know Title Town is on the move. I get it.
I didn't say.
I just don't
never
get your
said Boston.
Last season you did.
Yes, that was the whole
said
argument.
they didn't win it.
That's the whole argument. And you were like, JT my dog and Jaylen Brown and Batman and Robin.
When
No,
Jason Tatum and
to
Brown
win.
said we never seen Title Town, it was downhill ever since then.
Robin.
Niggas said they ain't really
Y'all
Title
my
Town.
dogs, like
Y'all
what?
ain't really Title Town. Nah. That had been downhill for Boston ever since then. They only won 1. It's been downhill.
I try to give him the benefit of the doubt because, Jaylen Brown was from Marietta. He went to school in Marietta. But, people show you who they are. You believe them the first time.
Okay.
We'll revisit that. I have plenty of questions, but we will wait. So I do. I'm just confused about a lot of things, but I'm learning.
We all confused that. We all
It's called a
confused.
spin cycle.
No, I have a theory. I just don't know if you're willing to accept it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
I just don't feel like you like Jason Tatum.
What?
I don't feel like you like Jason Tatum. I think you think he's a good player, but I don't think you're ready to make him like the leader. I just don't feel like
I
you
never
like
thought
Tatum.
he was the leader. I always thought Jaylen Brown was the leader.
So you don't like Jason Tatum as a leader?
It's not that I don't like him. That's what me and Ken was talking
Because
about.
if Jaylen Brown was the quote unquote leader, I feel like you would like the Celtics.
No, I don't like the Celtics. It has nothing to do with Jason Tatum. I said when I was young, my
because I'm
stepdad
piecing
used to
things
force me
together.
to watch them, so I didn't like them because of that.
Right, but I feel like as long as Jason Tatum is the leader of the Celtics, you don't like the Celtics because the light skin, the dark skin, the comments.
This goes before this. You bringing it to now. This is way before. Boston is way before Jason Tatum. We've been watching Boston when they had Kenny Anderson, when they had Antoine Walker, Paul Pierce.
Reggie Lewis.
I just never liked Dana Barros.
Right.
Like way back there, I just never liked Boston.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they was always
Sound
like
like
a rival to
The Lakers.
the Lakers.
Sound like he's traumatized now. Now we're opening up.
Trauma.
Yeah. It sounds like
We're healing this year,
Reggie
guys.
Lewis, Lynn Bias. It was just always something crazy.
Yeah, and you gotta read
Yeah.
body language. That I'm learning something today. I asked him a luck died. Nigga said nah, and kept it moving. Then he made sure he said my stepdad.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. So. I think it's trauma from when he's young. Because if you don't want to watch something, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you like the Lakers, if you're in a house where you like the Lakers, because it was almost like Bloods and Crips with Boston and the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? It was some serious bit. Because you got to think about this. I'm just giving you some history. In the 80s, outside of, it was the Pistons and the Sixers won 2 championships in the 80s. The other 8 championships go to the Lakers and the Celtics. So every year for 10 years, 8 years out of 10 years, you got the Lakers playing the Celtics just about in the championship. And they even won on one. So you got to think about this. Every year it was Lakers, Celtics, Lakers, Celtics. Lakers won 5, Boston won 3.
Yeah.
For a decade.
Yeah. And I get that part too, which just throws me off because it's like, you're a Warriors fan and you're so it's like, I understand it's deep rooted, but it's like,
I'm not jacking up a part. We just got to the bottom of the Celtics.
I didn't say all that.
I'll give them the Celtics. If a nigga in the house, that's like saying if you live in the house and you a North Carolina fan and your little brother's a Duke fan, you gonna want to beat the nigga up like, yo, I'm in here with the Duke shit up.
About tiny basketball and all of these niggas. Like, bro, we're not going with tiny Archibald and Bob Cousy and all that. Niggas is watching.
Russell.
Yeah, niggas is watching Magic passing the ball like this. It's like, nah, we going with the Lakers.
Real.
Yeah.
Well, will we ever find out Mace's true team? I guess we'll never know. But y'all, that is all the time.
Chiefs not even his team no more. Kansas City.
I'm lost. I'm really lost. I'm gonna think of just questions for you in general.
I gotta speak with my counsel.
Council is crazy. And where are they based at?
I gotta speak with my counsel for that.
I thought he was going to say they based in Titletown.
That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
That was the...
I don't want to give out the location, you know? People start showing up from everywhere that don't belong. I can't just give out the address on the air like that. Nick knows where it's at.
How he know where it's at and we don't know where it's at?
Cam know where it's at.
I'm confused. I don't know. Year to year, man. He turned his back on the Chiefs. I already knew when he turned his back on the Chiefs.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I gotta find out for y'all. Not just for me, but for y'all
Might
too.
need to do a case study on it.
It's gonna be a case study. That's exactly... It's gonna be set. Y'all stay tuned. The case study of Titletown is coming. I will have
look, I ain't even graduated. I can tell you what a case study is. I've done case studies outside of school on niggas. No pen and paper. Like, this nigga right here. Whole case study on niggas.
It is needed, y'all. Well, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is. Finals preview. Do you think he should? Or you think people are jumping the gun?
Cam.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care who coached the Knicks, man. They're not gonna win. Every year, we keep looking for somebody to blame. Me, because I went paraphernalia. Tibbs is coaching. Spike Lee is there. Stephen A. Smith shouldn't have been at the game. This person, it don't matter. Get who you want. You know what? Here, I'll say it for the fans who are. The Knicks fans that I've talked to want Mike Malone. Mike Malone was just broadcasting the conference finals on ESPN. Obviously, he doesn't have a coaching job yet. This is who the Knicks want. Go ahead and fight Mike Legacy up. Go ahead on over there if you want, Mike. Have a good time, not winning. Congratulations. I don't know if Tibbs should be, to answer your question, Stat, that's a great question, but I don't have the answer because it doesn't matter. Get who you want. Red Auerbach out the grave, Pat Riley out retirement, bring Phil Jackson back, bring Pop over. It's not gonna happen, man. Bill Belichick wanna cross over sports. Get who you want. It's just not gonna work for the Knicks, yo, not in this century.
Yeah, the Knicks did not work with Phil Jackson. You remember that? They brought Phil in.
Yes.
It's the only place that they couldn't win with Phil Jackson.
Exactly.
But there's two candidates I think could turn this into something. I think, and I know I keep saying this, but somebody need to look into this. I really believe somebody like, what's his name, Steve Van Gundy. I know Stan Van Gundy. What's the brother, Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff. They need somebody like that coaching that team that's like real fiery.
Jeff tried, bro. Jeff tried. He coached the Knicks already.
Jeff got him close. He got him closer than this.
That's not enough. If you wear a Knicks jersey, you will not win.
Jeff already tried. He already coached.
You're right.
You want to bring him back for the new regime, it's on you. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, roll the dice again on Jeff. And the only reason why I said Jeff, because I really believe somebody probably like Mark Jackson could win with this team. They need to go.
That's all I could go. I could go
box.
for that, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
somebody like Mark would spark a different energy in them. Not Rick Pitino, not any of those people. I only said Jeff because Jeff probably would bring Mark with him, but I think this is that type of team that you gotta go out the box. Because Mike Malone would just be the same as Thibodeau in a way. It would just be the same kind of same output he'll get from the players. You need somebody that could spark a different part of their brain, because that's why they keep losing. They get right there, but in order to win, you need somebody that could push you past that point, so you can end up winning those games that count. Because right now, they need somebody that could tell them that also that Jalen Brunson got to be in championship shape. Cat Williams. I keep saying Cat Williams.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns.
You do keep saying
gotta be. Carl Anthony Towns got to be in championship shape. And I think those are the things that's going to really make this team a really formidable opponent. Until then, they just going to have just enough gas to get where they got this year.
I think that's a great suggestion, Mark Jackson, because Mark Jackson is a player's coach.
Yeah. And
hearing the stories about him, not just as a coach, as a teammate, even Reggie Miller, when he talks about Mark Jackson, because Mark Jackson also played for the Pacers as well, how he used to hype him up and tell him, we hear Reggie Miller tell these stories like, Mark Jackson put that battery in my back. That's how I had 40. That night I have 39. Mark Jackson he was in my ear telling me this, that, and the third. And I believe that's where Steph Curry and I said Steph Curry and Klay Thompson weren't already great shooters, but when you got a coach that's on your side and in your ear and telling you, you got these niggas, it means a lot. I played for the Gauchos in Riverside majority of my amateur career coming up, outside of school I'm talking about, coming up, they call it amateur AAU or whatever, but I played for Gauchos and I played for Riverside, which were premier basketball leagues in New York City. And they had very good coaches, good coaching staff, everything else, but it was more like Thibodeau. And then when I went to play for Young Life for a little while, I loved playing for Young Life because Durham used to put the battery in my back. She Bice used to put the, yo, what the fuck?
Let's go.
Yeah, what you waiting on?
Go.
Look who in front of you. Look move. And then niggas be like, clear it out. Then Durham start clapping. We got one. Durham never knew how to pronounce my name. Or he did. He just like, Mr. ClipsCam'ron. Let's go, Mr. ClipsCam'ron. I'll be like, let's go, Mr. ClipsCam'ron. I was like, that battery in my back, boy. You need that sometime to get you on 10. And Mark Jackson, to me, seems like one of them coaches.
Yeah, Durham was good.
Yeah, Durham was good.
Two tell you about to get a scholarship.
Yeah. Durham was good. Durham,
going crazy.
The two coaches after back.
Yeah, that was two good ones.
Yeah, Durham, Sheeb, and when I was with the Gauchos, the Twins.
What about Bingo?
I ain't get coached by Bingo.
Bingo was crazy too.
Bingo. Yeah, Bingo was good. Yeah.
So
shout out to Bing.
Yeah.
So last question, and then we will no longer talk about the Knicks for the rest of this episode. Because there was a time when you guys, wore the jerseys, wore the gear. I know you're saying you won't go back. People like to see that. What would it take for you guys to be back on the Knicks bandwagon, Mase?
I never was on the bandwagon, Stat. I did this just for sending them.
This is true. I have to confirm that.
This is exactly what we all knew, and I'm tired of knowing stuff people don't know. I got to sit around and act like I don't know what I know. This Knicks team is something in the arena. I don't know what happened. Something happened we don't know about until it's lifted off the Knicks. They can't win, man. I mean, this happened year after year. Something don't happen 20 and 30 years straight if something ain't happened. Something happened, man. You can't just not win for 30 years.
So it's a curse. Yes.
For the most part. It's 50 years. It's been 50 years. The Knicks are like Cleveland was before LeBron won there. 50 years. Hey. Last person won a chip was Phil Jackson, right?
Phil
Jackson was at the 3.
He was playing.
Come on, this is crazy, man. They gotta stop this.
Yeah.
I was on bandwagon for 3 days. And I'm mad at myself. I have to agree with Murder. I can't even disagree with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna have your back, Murder, even if you didn't say it. Murder was never on the bandwagon. Murder had a bet with Sin. He met his requirements for the bet. And I thought I'd bring out some paraphernalia because I thought shit was cool. Look, man, I started fooling myself. I'm not ever getting back on the nigga bandwagon. Let me tell you something. This is dead ass. So shout out to my man. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Shout out to my man Busta Rhymes, right? So Busta Rhymes was looking for me. Sorry I get back to you, Busta, but I knew this. This is
Busta a Nick fan too?
Yeah, let me tell you this story, and I'm apologizing. I'm apologizing to Busta Rhymes right here on national YouTube television, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Bus, I didn't call you back personally. Busta Rhymes had a song. He was looking for me. I got the word. He had a song that he recorded, and he had an opportunity to perform at Game 7, and he wanted me on the song. And I'm like, I'm not calling Busta back. They ain't even win Game 6 yet. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Niggas is making Game 7 songs. Niggas got street names after each other. Niggas got all this shit and niggas ain't getting it done. So, Bus, you know you my brother. I love you more than life. You my nigga. But I knew this. This is why I didn't hit you back. I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you later on the day. Now we can chat about other shit. I didn't even want to call you about, imagine that. I would have stopped everything I'm doing, go to the studio, get ready to maybe possibly book a flight or get a flight back to New York for nothing. Sorry, Busta, man. Glad I didn't take that time out my weekend to do all that.
The song was called Game 7?
I don't know what the song was called, but it was a song for Game 7 to perform at Game 7 in the Garden. And it wasn't, Game 6 didn't even happen yet. So I was like...
It's the celebration I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Counting your chickens. Can't count your chickens, man.
Yeah.
I remember Killer, you told me something when we was growing up. You said you don't count any money until you have it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I used to count my money.
Yeah.
That's what made me mad with niggas, you know?
Yeah,
you
man.
can't count the money until you got it.
I don't give a fuck, nigga tell you, yo, it's $1 million on the table. Yo, we got $200,000, yo, we got $20. If it ain't in your pocket or your possession, it's not yours. Listen, you know, it's a lot of wire transfers now and everything, and doing shows. Everybody has their own process of doing shows. So the process of doing shows, and like I said, everybody's different. Some people want 80% up front, some people want 10%. The way I usually work is you give me half, and right before I get on stage, I'll do the other half. But you know, coming up, everything doesn't run smooth. Everything's not an amphitheater. Everything's not arena. Sometimes you're in clubs. Sometimes you're dealing with promoters who are drug dealers and don't know how to do business correct way because they just got money. They like, oh, you could book this nigga? I just made $30,000 a day. Book that nigga, da-da-da-da. Just naming a number, not saying that was my number, anybody's number. But what happened is sometimes these promoters base your second half, which like I said, for me, second half, on the crowd coming and liquor being sold. So they may, let's say you want, let's use the number I use, you want 30,000. They send you 15,000. When you get there, you're supposed to pick up the other 15,000. When you get there, it's not as crowded as they may think. The liquor may not be sold, so they telling you, hold on a minute. We wait for more people to come. Wait for more, look, I don't give a fuck if one person in here, 1 million people in here. The deal is the deal. That is you as a promoter to have the money ready. But sometimes you run into situations where they like, oh, with the second half, we ain't got it. I remember shout out to my man British. British actually took one of the promoters' car title and his gold teeth out his mouth because he didn't have the second half. Because I told him that's just your problem, it's not my problem. You put me in this situation, so I need mine. But that's niggas counting money before you get it. You think that other 15 was gonna be waiting on you, so you spent the first 15.
Yeah.
Cause you like, yo, I'm about to get another 15, it's all good. And now he ain't got your 15, your rent due, car note due, insurance due, child support, whatever bills you got, you thinking you got a 15.
In a little bit. What happens, and I know it's early, if Ant-Man ends up sending Steph Curry home too, adding that to his list? What do you think kind of happens to his legacy, and how would you feel about that?
I think, and Killer answered this a couple weeks ago. If he sends LeBron home, KD home and now Steph, then he becomes the new official king of the NBA because he's actually the person that sent everybody home that really was on that level from the generation past. To me, that's how I look at it. If he could send LeBron home, he definitely can send Ja and them home and everybody else. So I think this is a real like Thanos moment where you just add another stone to the glove, you know? That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, listen, what I'll say is this, that Anthony Edwards, I like that. I like his not give a fuck attitude, to be honest with you. And you sent KD home last year, you sent LeBron home. If you sent Steph home, it'd be great for his personal achievements. You ain't win no chip, nigga. You ain't get to a chip yet. So you're doing what you're supposed to be doing against a 40-year-old, against a 37-year-old, against a 36-year-old. It's gonna be 37-year-old. These guys are still great. They're still phenomenal players, but as a strong young 23-year-old, you're the first pick in the, a lot of people, we got caught up on Ja Morant and forget Anthony Edwards was also a number one pick. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm not saying that you're not overachieving, but as a number one pick, this is what you're supposed to be doing. But if you beat Steph and beat LeBron, it's Shea or the Joker waiting. And then after that, it's gonna be whoever wins in the Eastern Conference. So you could beat all these people that's older that you're supposed to be beating, but you're not gonna, if you don't win the championship, you did what you're supposed to do. Do I think he's a phenomenal player? Absolutely. Do I think he's one of the best talents? Yes, absolutely. Do I think he's the best 23-year-old on the planet? Yes. But you have to win it all. You can't get credit for beating an Asian nigga. You're beating niggas who already done it. You get what I'm saying? We got to sit here and give a lot of credit because of nutrition, because of niggas taking care of their body, because of niggas eating better. A lot of niggas was washed at these niggas' age, especially LeBron's age. We don't have a lot of 40-year-old superstars. You don't have a lot of 37-year-old superstars talking about Steph Curry. You don't have a lot of 36, 37-year-old superstars talking about Kevin Durant. We bring up people's ages all the time when they was doing, the people we grew up looking at. When they was 33, 34 was a dub. We look at Dwayne Wade as one of the best players to some people out there. He retired at 36 and it wasn't a good ending. Like he didn't end his flash. You know what I'm saying? He didn't end his flash. So with that being said, I think that I will give Anthony Edwards credit for sending him home, but I'm not giving him all that the best player in the world if you don't win. You gotta win.
Yeah, Stat, what do you think about the 37-year-old superstar?
37-year-old
I'm recording, bro. I gotta call you back, man. This nigga Rich Paul, man. Yo, let me ask you a question. We filming right now. What if Ant-Man beats Steph Curry, man? What do you think about his legacy?
I was just making sure y'all was on the air.
Yo, listen, man. You don't know? You don't want to say nothing?
I respect the craft. Y'all working. I was just...
If Ant-Man sends Steph Curry home, what do you think of his legacy so far?
Ant-Man is dangerous.
All right.
He's what you call a killer ant.
Oh, a killer ant. Okay. All right. I'll call you when I'm done, bro. All right.
A killer ant.
Killer ant. That's a new one.
Yeah.
That's good, though. Those are true. And then how I feel about it, I don't think we can make a statement until the end. I think we kind of have to see how the career plays out. Kind of like when you're saying, when you jump the gun too quick, you don't want to be quick on the new hotness, but he's definitely proven himself and continues to do that. Yep. So I'm just excited to see what happens for him in the future because he's one of the few people in this space and in this place to begin with. So
and not
shout out
only
Ant-Man for sure.
Right,
Yeah.
and to add on what you say, Stat, a lot of niggas don't want it.
Yeah.
You can see niggas who got potential, but they don't want it. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, nah, I can't do that with LeBron. It's LeBron. Or I can't get physical with KD because I looked up to him. And the thing about it with Ant-Man, you can see him talking shit to these people on the court, but when the game's over, he gives them so much respect. He'll sit there after sweeping the Phoenix Suns and say, my whole life I looked up to Kevin Durant. He's my favorite player. That's my favorite player. So I'm gonna talk a little shit to him, but I got so much respect for him. But you don't see that on the court. Same thing with LeBron James. He'll sit there, you see the nigga pushing LeBron James around. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that man doing? He wrestling niggas? But after the game is over, he'll sit there and say, over the summer at the Olympics, I learned so much from LeBron, and LeBron is stronger than me. He said that when he was pushing LeBron this past series, he said, LeBron's way stronger than me, so I gotta just try and get a physical edge any way that I can. I like a nigga who, when it's on the court, I don't got no time for none of the nice shit that I'm gonna say off the court about you. It's me and you, and it's my turn, nigga. You had yours.
Right. And then after the win, he did a victory lap around the city of LA. Like, I ain't seen that before, but that I think is cool. So I know people want to push based on the league. Again, at the end of the day, he's going to want it. But one thing we know for sure is that he wants to play the game and he wants to be the greatest. So whatever happens after that, we'll see. Okay, so what will Luka's future be with the Lakers?
All right. That's where we leave it. Because between Pop stepping down and Cam's Spurs fandom origin story, the Knicks curse getting reconfirmed for the 100th time, and Busta Rhymes almost recording a Game 7 song way too early, this episode had jokes on top of jokes today. But real talk, y'all. Appreciate you pulling up and sitting through this whole one with us. Drop a comment down below and let us know. You buying Cam's Spurs loyalty story, or is Titletown really on the move like Mase said? And let us know if the Knicks curse is ever ending. Because we know that one's not going away anytime soon. We read every comment, so let us know where you land. And look, if you made it through this entire episode, including the promoter money story, you already know exactly what type of show this is. So do us a favor. Like the video, subscribe if you're not locked in yet, and turn them notifications on. Because next episode's already brewing, and trust me, somebody's about to say something that gets the whole comment section going again. All right, that's us for now. It is what it is. We'll catch y'all next time. Don't go nowhere.